All right, we're back on the Young Turks, and now we're going to talk about the GOP's campaign problems. And in order to help me do that, we're going to bring in Craig Crawford. He's a columnist for the Congressional Quarterly, of course, and a longtime Young Turks guest. Craig, first question I want to ask you about is the GOP versus the middle class. Can they make a real argument that they are sticking up for the middle class? Now, before I get to that question here, let me set it up for you a little bit because, you know, Mitt Romney wanted to bash President Obama for saying that we were headed in the right direction, private sector was doing okay. So what did he do? Well, he stepped in it. He had this gaffe.
He wants another stimulus. He wants to hire more government workers. He says we need more firemen, more policemen, more teachers. Did he not get the message of Wisconsin? The American people did. It's time for us to cut back on government and help the American people.
Well, attacking cops, firefighters, and teachers is not usually a good political idea. And in fact, immediately now there's an ad against Mitt Romney on this issue. Watch.
I'm a firefighter.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a police officer.
Mitt Romney says there should be fewer of me.
And me.
And me.
He wants to cut taxes for people like himself by cutting jobs like mine.
And mine.
And my job, too.
Jobs that support our families, strengthen our communities, and grow our economy.
He did the same thing in Massachusetts. Communities suffered.
Class sizes got larger.
And there were fewer cops on the street.
It didn't work then.
And it won't work now.
You know what we really need less of? Romney economics.
All right, these ads are coming quick now. So, Craig, what's your sense here? Is this going to really hurt Mitt Romney with the voters, or are there never any consequences anymore for attacking the middle class?
You know, it always amazes me, Jack. When I've covered politics all these years, I remember Bob Dole endlessly attacking teachers in the 96 campaign against Bill Clinton's reelection. Republicans just seem to always get away with this somehow. I mean, what happens is there are so many voters out there who do resent government workers and bureaucrats and so on that they do fall prey to that rhetoric. Romney's mistake, obviously, was detailing it. He was doing fine. He was riding high there, and then he just jumped right into the into the gutter with, politically speaking, when he actually specified firefighters and teachers, and that was not a good move. But I have always been amazed how they get away with this.
Well, so let's talk about that, right? So yesterday on the program we talked about how Mitt Romney loves to do this pension envy and like, oh my God, these teachers and cops are getting too much pension. But if you do class, you know, if you say, hey, maybe the 1% aren't getting taxed enough, he's like, oh my God, class warfare, how could you do this to
right,
me?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good point. But you're right that they do get away with it. Like, there's a new bill out now where the Republicans are trying to make sure that if you take care of the elderly in their homes, that you don't get minimum wage. So, you know,
Yeah.
So why? This is the lifeline for Democrats. Why can't they get this message across to the American people? These guys are not on your side. They're not for the middle class.
Well, I hate to say it, but what are Democrats doing for the middle class? I mean, they do talk a better game for sure, but when you look at what they're actually doing for the middle class, I mean, you go back over the years, Jake. I mean, go back to the Reagan era when things like the tax deduction for credit card interest and car loans was eliminated. I mean, that was a huge hit to the middle class. Democrats went right along with it. They jacked up Social Security taxes. More recently, the bailout of the Wall Street, of the banks, $8.5 trillion to bail out banks. What do they do for homeowners in distress? Less than $4 billion. So, I mean, that's the problem that I think a lot of middle class have figured out. They don't figure either one of these guys, either one of these parties are really on there. I've been here 25 years. I have not met a middle class, a lobbyist for the middle class in Washington.
No, Craig, the problem is you're only 1,000,000% right. And, you know, this is what we talk about most often on the show, that the system is inherently corrupting. If you get paid to do a certain thing, that's what you're going to do. And the lobbyists are the ones that determine who's going to win. Because the guy with more money wins 93% of the time in congressional races. In the Senate races, it's 94% of the time. So the only thing that determines who's going to win is the money. So, of course, Democrats and Republicans both go along. But I get why people are frustrated with both parties in the Democratic Party. What I can't understand is why they haven't figured out yet that the Republicans have 0% interest in them. Like, they get mad at Obama. I got it. I'm mad at Obama. But how could they possibly think Romney's looking out for them?
Well, I tell you, one argument they make that it does resonate with a lot of middle-class folks is, hey, we're rich. You want to be rich. You want to be with us, so you'll become rich. I witnessed a little debate between a couple family members recently who were on either side, and at the end of the day, I mean, one was making a strong argument like you do for Republicans aren't for you, Romney's not for you, and the guy said, yeah, but he made a lot of money.
That's the answer?
That was
wow.
like,
okay.
that's enough. You know, he made a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money. So
Well,
I mean,
you know,
that argument does work.
That's unbelievable. Okay, all right, but that is a good answer. I mean, that's how they trick people. Craig Crawford, brilliant as usual. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Good to be here.